Yo, where we at? Where we at? The Saints, baby. The Saints. They don't win, but they don't lose. The Saints don't win today, but they don't lose. 17-17 against the Jaguars. Can't believe it. What a electric ending. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube chat. I see Scrimmy Claus in the chat. Scrimmy Claus in the chat, bro. Let's go. Wes in the chat. Wes in the chat. Everybody's in the chat. Everybody looks like they're feeling good, man. Just like that. Because let me just tell you, that first half was... that first half, brother. That first half had me ready to take a nap, bro. Hey, do me a favor if you hear any of the few hundred people that are in the chat watching the show right now, do me a favor, just sub to that YouTube channel. Sub to that Hold the Mayo YouTube. Do me that favor. If you plan on watching the call-in show all season long, just go ahead and sub, bro. Just go ahead and knock that out the way. This show, HTM Live, presented by Burkhardt AC Heating, electrical, and generators. Give them a call, 985-626-7741, or you can scan the QR code and go to the Hold the Mayo Burkhardt landing page. Brings you directly to our page. You can put in a choir. The Hurricanes, they still making up their mind on if they're going to fuck us over this year, so you might as well just get that generator going and get that generator through Burkhardt, 985-626-7741. Also presented by the Compman. If you get hurt on the job, fall on your ass, slip, you know what I'm saying? Blow your spleen out. You ever blew your spleen out? The Compman can help you, man. Like the Compman can get you paid. These are look, it's a tricky system, right? Especially when you get hurt on the job. You know, they probably going to try to bend you over. Let's just be honest. Unless you get with the Compman, give them a call, 504-838-8883, or go to www.compman.com. These are real attorneys working in the workers' comp system. They're not just office workers. All over the state of Louisiana, they can help you out. About to open up the River Parish trash line, 504-265-0025. Business stinks, but it's picking up. Do me a favor when you call in today. Just be ready, bro. Be ready. I don't want to know what you ate for dinner last night. None of that shit. Just be ready. Don't just call me like we talking in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Just be ready. Look, there's a lot to talk about with this game that just happened because it was a tale of two halves, tale of two quarterbacks. So let's get it going. The Saints, they don't win, but they don't lose. So I think we bought ourselves another week. Spread quarters.
Yeah, bro. Look, Rattler ain't the answer. Shough ain't the answer. Get ready. Start looking forward to 2027 because we're going to suck for the next 2 years. That shit was horrible. Every facet of the game. It's not fair to Spencer that you're throwing him out there with the second and third strings while this dude who's never taken an NFL snap is out there with Olave and Shaheed throwing the ball to Ruiz who can't fucking block. I'm over this shit. How you feeling?
I mean, look, my thing at the end of the day, yeah, we could sit there and dissect play, what's going on. Yeah, fucking Shough throwing it to Cesar Ruiz. Look, I'm as blown away as everybody, right? But at the end of the day, you know, you want to try to win the game. I don't care if it's preseason, regular season. Spencer Rattler went out there and he did what he could to win the football game. He did everything he could. So there's that part, and then there's the obvious part. The obvious part is that our roster just seems that, whether it's the first string, the second string, whatever, seems like we're going to have a problem just being consistent and a good enough roster to like compete this year. But, you know, I've seen crazier shit happen, but it just seems like we ain't got the depth. Yeah, and I know people don't like to hear that because it's generic, but I mean, look at that second team defense. I mean, that was, you know, until the end. There's a few guys. The thing about it is there's a few guys that stand out, right? Stutzman's one of them. You could tell Stutzman wants to be great. You could tell he wants to be great.
Get ball.
Sanka, you could tell that he's got a promising future. Even the kid Broughton, Vernon Broughton. You know, there's certain things that stand out, but then, you know, there's guys that have been on the team for years that you're like, why the fuck are these guys still on the team? Why is Foskey still on the team? Why is DeMarco Jackson still on the team? Give these guys season passes to Jazzland and send them on their fucking way. I mean, come on.
Look, they already done said Arch ain't coming out in the draft next year. So those hopes and dreams are gone. So if you want a good quarterback, Nussmeier don't move the needle for me. But we're probably going to draft him anyway because of who his daddy is. Rattler and Shough, if the talent is going to be a toss-up and you can't decide, you already got $40 million invested in this dude. That's a Mickey Loomis problem. It was Shuck's battle to lose as soon as that ink dried. That's the reason he went out there with the starters and not Rattler. But we're going to suck this year. We're going to suck next year. I'm already looking forward to 2027. Who that?
Boy said 2027. Look, some Saints fans, they so negative that they looking forward 2 years from now. I'm not that negative. I'm going to call bullshit when it's bullshit. I'm going to call ass play when it's ass play. But I'm not looking forward to 2027. Motherfucker, I don't even know if I'm going to be alive. You know what I'm saying? I never do that. I'm not into that. I'll sit here and listen to motherfuckers talking about it, but I'm not into that. Spread quarters.
Yo, Mayo, it's Q on Cam, man.
Yo, what's up, man?
Dude, all right. I'm going to apologize for my comments on Mason Tipton because seeing him in back-to-back games be consistent, you know what I mean? I like seeing it, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely you feel good when Tipton's playing good in a game. You do. Because you know what? He's got great personality. You know, he's one of those dudes. He makes a big play. You know, he gets the fans involved. You know, it's a guy that you do want him to do good. But we've seen in the past, which in the past is only really, 1 year, that it just didn't pan out from the practice field to a regular game. But, it's looking like he's going to be the fourth receiver, dude. I agree, yeah. If he don't deserve to be the third. That's one of my problems with the Saints, I will say, is it just seems like they sit more people than any other team in the preseason, as if the Saints are good. We good. No, like Brandon Cooks, healthy scratch. I ain't seen Brandon Cooks do nothing since he became a Saint again. I haven't seen nothing from Brandon Cooks. So if it's like that, I mean, if you're asking me, I think Tipton should be the third receiver the way it's looking, but we'll see.
Well, and it looks like they really like the Pettis guy.
They fucking love Pettis, dude.
Dude, I still think at the end of the day they may need to look into getting another receiver, but that's just me thinking. I also want to say this, dude, real quick. I think the way Rattler played today, I think you got to play him week 1. I really do.
Yeah, I think there's just I don't know what it is. What is it? It's like just more confidence. When you're throwing the ball to Cesar Ruiz because you're about to get sacked, it's bigger than what it looked like, which it looked fucking stupid, but it's bigger than that. That's basically saying you don't have the thought process down of a pro quarterback at all. You don't do that in college, to be honest with you. You don't really do that in high school. You're not about to get sacked and then you throw it to a lineman. That's some Derek Carr shit is what that is.
Rattler has been playing with a chip on his shoulder since college, man. And I think you got to give him a legitimate chance to start this season, week 1. I really think you do. And you let him start with the ones next game.
I think it comes down to the next game because we were just here last week talking about how, Shough threw the pick 6, but he looked pretty good. Let's give it another week. Those are the only 2 quarterbacks that should be playing. And then after that week, you should be able to pick a starter, dude. I mean, that's just the situation we're in.
Yep. All right, man. Well, look, I'll let you go, man. Who that?
But, overall, I definitely, there was something electric about Spencer Rattler in that second half. And we've seen this before from Spencer Rattler. Remember when Jake Hayner started the Commanders game last season and Spencer Rattler had to come in? They were down by like 17 or something like that, and Spencer Rattler had to come back, and it resembled that. It really did resemble that, even with the pick and everything. Spread quarters, River Parish trash line. Business stinks, but it's picking up.
Shit, better be picking up Hayner's fucking ass, throwing a fucking rugby ball on the sideline, bro. Get him the fuck out of here. Look, Dev, I got a couple points. I'm going to read them off, and we can go what you want to go. That first half was fucking disgusting. First off, Groupie's going to be the fucking leading scorer on this team. We've talked about that shit a bunch. We already know. That tip and rack connection, I loved it. Ruiz got to fucking go. Last week, he graded out as a 33 in pass grade, 66 in run grade. I can't fucking wait to see what is this week because he's fucking god dog shit awful. But I am Ford tough. And we know who we're talking about. Jalen Ford. Get him on the team. But how you feeling? What you saw?
I saw the same thing everybody else saw. It was an awful first half. It was another first half where the Saints couldn't score a touchdown. You hate to see it. I don't care if it's in preseason or regular season. It's just been too much of a common occurrence in Saints football the last few years. Stop going to halftime with just 3 points or 0 points.
Field goal,
you can't do that in the pros. You can't do it in the pros. Doesn't matter who your coach is. Doesn't matter who your players are. If you can't fucking score in the first half, you're going to most likely be playing from behind. This team's not good enough to be playing from behind, so you got to keep it close. Now, with that being said, Spencer Rattler came in second half, played from behind, looked confident, made some really good throws, had a 45-yard throw to Tipton. He had throws to Pettis. One thing I'll say, receivers were dropping some balls.
Yeah,
Olave had to drop. Olave had to drop that stalled the drive when Shough was in there. I saw Pettis drop a ball. I've seen
Pettis drop, but he made up for it.
He did.
I'll give him a break on
he
that.
He did make up for it. We still really can't run the ball. I think that's got obviously a lot to do with the O-line. Cesar Ruiz needs to play 5 quarters next game. He needs to play 5 quarters.
No, like 10.
Yeah,
10.
I'm ready to ship him to an island, bro. Honestly, Dev, I'm ready to ship him out. Get him out.
It's way crazy considering how long he's been in the league, how long he's been in, a Saint.
It's horrendous. I feel like me or you could go out there and block better than him.
Yeah.
33 pass grade, dude. Like, come on.
So, but anyway, Kendre, if you block for him, if you block for Kendre, he's explosive. And
well, no, people were shitting on him, but like he had some runs that were definitely 4 losses. And he like dodged 4 tackles and made it like a 4-yard gain. So I'll take that. Like I hate to go this far, but he looks like a little bit like a young Kamara. If we could just give him some half-assed blocking, it might be even better than what it looks.
I don't know what they're gonna do about this O-line, dude. I don't know what they're gonna do. It's gonna be a problem now.
And they put so much draft stock into the O-line too, and for it to look this bad, it's like really like, oh man, it's rough.
But I think
it's gonna look good.
If you're gonna have a shaky O-line, I think that really makes it kind of easy to pick your quarterback who's going to start. I think it should be Spencer Rattler because if there's one thing I know that Shough can't do from the 2 preseason games I've watched, just 2, he is not good stepping up in the pocket. He fell on his ass today, and he's not good at feeling pressure. So look, rookie quarterback in the pros, rookie quarterback. These are things that maybe Spencer Rattler wasn't as good at last year that he's been working on. You could tell.
Well, Rattler had dealt with that shit at South Carolina too. He had no fucking O-line there, so he was running for his life. But honestly, today the quarterbacks, I wasn't that upset with his head today, and I'm someone that bags on him. Like Shough looked all right. We didn't score nothing, but Rattler looked good. Like with the pressure, not great. Not like good, but he got out of the pocket. He ran when we needed him to. Got the first down. It just looked good enough, man. Like. There was some time on the end of that clock too. We ain't gonna lie. There was some time. We could have kicked that. We could have kicked the field goal. There was probably under a second, but that.
Well, they didn't want to see Groupie win and then they actually would have. They would have put Charlie Smith in.
Little kicked the 70-yarder. They were like, we can't let Groupie, stop him. But who that, bro? I'm gonna clear it up for you.
All right, bro.
Who that? Go Saints. Go Tigers. It's football season. Let's go, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate the call. Give me a call 504-265-0025. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think about what you saw from the Saints today. Spread quarters. Hello?
Boopity boopity boop. Joe Show, what's up, Dad?
Hoopity boopity what?
Boopity boopity boop. What's up, Dad?
Man, throw that one out, brother. that ain't gonna be it. So keep trying. But what's up, Joe Shough?
Hey, number 39, Charlie Smith. Let's get that boy Groupie, that little boy, out of here. Let that grown man be our kicker.
What made you think if Groupie
Ireland
nailed a 51-yard field goal today? What made you think that Charlie Smith, who nailed a 40-yard field goal that almost missed,
40-yard,
yeah,
40-yard field goal and a 23-yard field goal, and his hype on the sideline is it's immaculate.
is that where we at, bro? To where motherfuckers are calling me about the backup kicker?
Hey, the starter kicker, the one that's going to hit the game-winning field goal in our wild card playoff game, and the one that won us the Super Bowl. I'm telling you.
Get your dumb ass out of here, bro, and try again next week, bro. Just try again next week. That was fucking awful. Spread quarters, River Parish trash line. Business stinks, but it's picking up.
Yeah, all I gotta say, Mayo, is Shough came out there and looked like a bona fide cuck. Olave calls himself a wide receiver one, and that motherfucker's dropping the ball. The defense comes out against Jacksonville, and they look like fucking dog shit. And Pretty Boy, and looks like a fucking gnome on fucking Easter Island, fucking lights up our defense, moves the ball down the field for 2 touchdowns, and we can't do shit against the Jacksonville/London fucking Jaguars. His team ain't winning shit, and Rattler fucking sucks dick. Bye.
All right, dude. See you later, man. Thanks for the call. Maybe take it down a few notches. You know what I'm saying? Spread quarters.
Dev, who is that boopity boop motherfucker?
I don't know, man. Motherfucker ain't been watching Teletubbies.
Him and the mayor need to be fucking arrested. Hey, what do you think about? What if we're just like? I mean, this is kind of. I want to get your opinion on this. What if we're just being real vanilla and we're not showing a lot right now? Is that possible?
I mean, they being vanilla and blocking.
Yeah.
I don't know how vanilla you can be in blocking.
But they don't want to show a lot of schemes, right? They don't want to show a lot of shit.
Brother,
So
look,
maybe
I get this. If you're not the Saints, you know, if you the fucking Chiefs or the Bills or something like that.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Saints, dude. So I'm really not buying it. Like when I look at who was out today, of course, like Kamara, Demario Davis, of course. Like no problem. No problem. Let me tell you, Jawan Johnson, he need to be playing. He need to be playing. And I get that Jawan Johnson has been active. He's, you know, in practice, getting a bunch of targets, catching balls. I get it. Play the game, bro. Play the game. Tell them you need to play. Brandon Cooks, you need to play. There ain't no reason that these guys should be sitting out. Because what happens, bro, at the end of the day, you know, chemistry's a thing. So if you ain't really played that much in a game setting, and the haters are going to say, oh, well, they just scrimmaged the LA Rams. Shut up. If you ain't played in a game setting until week 1, and this is a new offense, a new defense, a new team, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah. You know what I don't want to hear anymore either is, did you see that Kay Adams was at training camp with the Saints?
I don't follow Kay Adams, respectfully. I just don't.
Just hear me out. I don't either. But they're like, oh, the vibes are so great around this team. The vibes. Shut the fuck up. It comes down to wins and losses. I don't give a fuck if there was a funeral. If these motherfuckers are winning games, that's all I care about.
Right.
Don't tell me about the vibes, and then Cesar Ruiz is getting his shit packed in like, you know, the mayor on a trip with her cop, you know? Like, get out of here. But another question, real quick before you go, I love your betting picks every week. If you had to bet right now, Saints 5.5 wins over under, what do you say?
Brother, I mean, just the gambling me, which I won't be betting on this, but just the gambling me to answer the question. No, I won't be betting on that. I never really mess with the Saints on bets like that. But if I had to answer the question, I would pick the under.
Under 5.5. All right, thank you. And who do you have winning the starting job?
I got to stick with my guns here, especially after this game. And I thought Shough looked pretty solid last week. I really did. I thought it was actually pretty good, other than the pick 6. I'm thinking Spencer Rattler, though, man. I think it's just the safe pick for whatever that's worth. Whatever that safe pick is worth.
Yeah. And the first 4 games are supposed to be really tough, right? So they're probably going to hide the rookie. Yeah. They're not going to want to throw him out there right away.
Right, because you want to at least try to win 2 of them games. All right, brother.
Hey, keep doing what you're doing. You need to do more shows, though, for real, man.
All right, well, we'll see, man. We'll see what we can do.
We need more shit because this is therapy for some people.
I love it, man.
Fucking shows.
That's therapy for me too, bro. I never want to water something down too much, but we'll see what we can do.
No, I know. All right,
man.
Later, bro.
Appreciate the super chats. But yeah, if I had to pick the safe pick, I think it would be Spencer Rattler. I don't, he may go 0-4. But you got to pick somebody out of who is on the roster at quarterback. You got to pick somebody. So I'm going to leave it up to this next game and then really make my final decision then. Not that my decision's going to make a difference, but it'll make a difference to me. Spread quarters.
What's up, Mayo? What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
Man, look, the only thing I'm going to say is, bro, is Spencer Rattler first 6 games. And that's when you start to tank.
I don't like the tanking thing. I'm not into that.
I see promise.
Yeah.
I see promise. But like everybody been saying, Cesar Ruiz, he don't want to be here. That's just, he don't fit the scheme no more. He don't fit the scheme. Kellen Moore like big offensive lineman. Cesar Ruiz always been small, even when Sean Payton drafted him. So, it's just like, that's all I see.
I remember my reaction when we drafted Cesar Ruiz. I had no idea who he was, first of all.
Me neither. Didn't he come from Notre Dame?
Michigan.
Yeah.
Michigan. But, I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, that really feels like they went out their way to get this guy. And of course, you had people trying to, like, soothe the pain. Hey, no, this is actually how good he is, blah, 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 blah. Just like we do with everything. I mean, I had people telling me this about Peyton Turner when they drafted Peyton Turner. Oh, no, yeah, no. I just think that if you've been on the team for longer than 2 years and you ain't made, like, drastic improvements, then, that's not good, bro. I mean, look at Foskey. That is so bad.
Oh, fucking God, bro.
That is so bad that he's been on this team for now. This is his 3rd season. This guy has to be the worst second-round pick. The only one that comes to mind is Stanley Jean-Baptiste, since Stanley Jean-Baptiste.
Right, bro. And then, like, I agree. I also agree with you saying with Brandon Cook. Like, what the fuck?
I ain't seen nothing from him.
What have you done since you left the Saints? What have you done? But that's every player that leaves the Saints. Like, they don't do shit once they leave the Saints.
Well, no, he actually did shit once he left the Saints. I mean, he had a few good seasons.
Mediocre.
He had a few good seasons, but since he came back to the Saints, I ain't seen him do nothing.
It's just, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't feel like Kellen Moore is calling all the things that he's going to be calling in a real season, but at the same time, like, we are the Saints. We need to run this shit. We need to see what the fuck is going to work and what's not going to work. Like, all that trying to be hiding the play calling and shit like that. Like, y'all haven't proved nothing. Y'all not the Chiefs. Y'all not the Bills. Y'all not the Eagles. Like, we got to do something. Jawan Johnson. Like, come on, bro. Just because Kellen Moore was eating your dick in the offseason, like, oh, we want you to come back, that don't mean you fucking good.
Yeah, I need to see something from Jawan Johnson this year. I mean, because he only had like 60 targets last year. He needs to get that more to like 100 targets. And a lot of that is him being healthy and him playing consistently, man. Like, I need to see it from Jawan Johnson this year because guess what? If Jawan Johnson doesn't play like we need him at tight end, we don't really have nobody. Think about it. Taysom Hill is going to be on the Taysom Hill going to be out half the year, if not more than that. Foster Moreau, he's going to be out the first few games, if not half the year. So if Jawan Johnson gets hurt, you know who our tight end is?
The dude who started with a J? What's his name?
Me neither. I don't know who it is either. That's the problem.
Nah, yeah, man. But, like, and another thing, all these dudes be calling the show and be talking about nothing. Like, talking about the kicker, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
the fucking kicker. That's like talking about Allen Iverson practice thing. We talking about the kicker, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Kicker. I think that dude just trolling, but anyway. All right, bro. Well, I appreciate the call, man, for real.
All right, man. Be cool.
All right, man. Who that?
Rat
that. See, that's the little bit of hope that we needed. You know, if the Saints, call it just a preseason game. If the Saints lose this game and got beat like they got beat last week, we come out saying, hey, the Saints look hopeless. The Saints really didn't look hopeless when you really think about it because of Rattler and how the defense played at the end of the game with the turnover. You know, Sanka, you love to see it from the guys that you just drafted too, you know. So there is some positives in this. And then the rest is just kind of like we just got to wait and see. You know, how do you think Spencer, let's say they crown Spencer Rattler starting quarterback. How do you think he's going to do against the Cardinals? I don't really know. Spread quarters.
What's up, Mayo? It's Milf Hunter.
Yo, what's up, Milf Hunter?
What's up, my boy? First of all, I want to apologize about last week's call.
Don't worry about it.
For the call.
Yeah, don't worry.
Monsoon's got me, brother.
Hey, it happens to the best of us, brother. What you got?
But I want to take away, we can't have those first halves, brother.
No.
3 points, no touchdowns. But also, I want to bring up, hey, Mason tipped him. Except for that little slant that Rattler threw a pick on. He had a great game.
Yeah, he did. And he had a ball last week they scored a touchdown on from Shough. So, I mean, yeah.
Right.
I think, man, we're in a situation where I don't think anybody should be safe, right? And I think going back to just talking the example, Cooks, you know, what have you done since you've been a Saint? You played sparingly last game. Are we just supposed to assume that, you know, you better than Tipton? I don't know.
Right.
We're not in position to assume right now. We can't do that no more. We can't let guys, because of what they did in the past, save them. So, yeah, to me, Mason Tipton's the third receiver right now, bro. That's my opinion.
All right, so now we got 2 games under our belt. Who looks like the starting quarterback? If we had to play next week, who's the starting quarterback?
Well, I just said that. So I think that Spencer Rattler definitely got an upper hand after this game because, I mean, think about it. You know, Shough threw a pick 6 last week and looked good after that. And I think he went 9 for 11 after that. This week, Shough didn't really do anything in the first half. And then other than that one throw to the tight end, that's all I really remember.
It looked like he was moving the ball, but it wasn't really like outstanding moving the ball.
I mean, you had Olave stall a drive with the drop, so I mean, it is what it is. But second half, Spencer Rattler did enough to like not lose the game. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Shough didn't do enough to not lose the game last week, right? Spencer Rattler did this week. So
who do you think starting next week? You're gonna get stuck the ball.
Fuck the way that they are, bro. They gonna start Hayner next week, bro.
You saw that motherfucker throwing a rugby ball, bro?
In La La Land, bro. Again, give him a couple season tickets to Jazzland and send him on his way peacefully.
Christ,
that's it,
brother.
That's it.
All right, bro. I'll open up the line. Hey, fuck Jake Hayner and fuck the Falcons. Who that?
Spread quarters.
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
So, I'm trying to figure out if Drew Brees fucked everything when he left, and then Sean Payton came back and fucked us right after.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't really understand that one, but good luck in figuring that out because, you know, I thought about it for a few seconds. It just seemed like some dumbass shit. Spread quarters.
Mayo.
Hey.
Gumbo Gary.
Gumbo Gary, what's happening?
Man, I remember the first time I ever called this show, you hung up on me because I got mad about Cesar Ruiz. And I'm telling you, maybe this is a bit of a stretch, but I feel like he is the Derek Carr of linemen.
I got to Gumbo Gary, I got to cut you off here. I definitely don't think that I hung up on you because you were talking shit about Cesar Ruiz. Now, it might have been.
No, it's not why he hung up on me. I was really drunk.
Okay. No, it's all right.
Yeah.
All right.
But, no, I think Cesar Ruiz, man, he is just, I mean, I heard a guy earlier say he doesn't fit the scheme. I mean, whatever the case may be, he just isn't for the team. You know what I mean? We got to get younger, bigger, strong, whatever the case is. But the answer is not Cesar Ruiz because that line looked dog shit.
Yeah, I mean. Also, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, please. I want to hear what you got to say.
It's just unfortunate because we don't have the luxury to just throw another offensive guard in there. You see what I'm saying? So we don't have the luxury. So Cesar Ruiz has leverage in this. How could a guy who gets blown up almost every game have leverage on us? That is insane, but it's the truth right now.
And you know what else? Another thing I was saying. 2 players actually that I just saw a lot of potential in. The second one, you're probably gonna be like, oh, whatever. But Kendre Miller, after that Atlanta game, you remember?
Yeah.
And for some reason, I just had a feeling about A.T. Perry, and we got rid of him. But to Denver, like both those players, I feel like really show good potential. I mean, you know what? I just had a hunch, but I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I mean, Kendre Miller didn't stay healthy, and Dennis Allen didn't like him. Now we got a new coach and a new system, so we'll see. But I really think, like you just said earlier, if you block for Kendre Miller, the guy can go off. He can produce.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with the Kendre thing. I think that most Saints fans know that Kendre, when it's the right situation, which the right situation means dude is healthy, right? And dude is getting some blocking. Yeah, no, Kendre, he's as good as we thought he was when he was coming out the draft. He really is, and he's special too. It's not like he's just like a productive running back, anything like that. He's a special back. This guy can. You think you got him down? He'll spin off you, cut inside. You know, this guy is special, but we are like light years away from blocking good for him right now. We really are. And
crazy, right?
And the penalties. You know, that's another thing about the Saints the last 2 weeks. You know, I get that it's preseason, but fuck, man. These guys get so many holding penalties, you know, false starts, all this shit, bro. And it's just, I don't know, man. Just, it's that O-line just really concerning me. I'm concerned about LSU's O-line going into Clemson. I think that now I'm more concerned about the Saints O-line.
Really?
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. Well, either way, I just wanted to say freaking Lord have mercy, man. This season's going to be real interesting. But, hey, actually, real quick, you know what's crazy is that Shough, he's got great-ass arm power, but, I mean, that's kind of all I've seen from him. You know what I mean? He can do a 2-minute drill all right, but Rattler's got the confidence. He doesn't hesitate to run. I mean, he can put it on the dime if you're open. You know what I mean? But, man, if we just get a quarterback that puts that all together, oh, man, imagine.
Well, we're dealing with 2 young quarterbacks too. That's something I think that we forget because we want to win so bad, man. You know, and I think we just forget that it's going to take some time. Spencer Rattler, I can tell, has like learned a few things since last year. You know, one of his biggest problems last year was feeling pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why he was always fumbling and shit. Feeling pressure. Pressure's going to be there. I mean, nobody is more used to pressure coming from a pass rush than Spencer Rattler. I mean, South Carolina, right when he got in with the Saints. I mean, who even knows who was blocking for him with the Saints last year? We don't even remember.
Right.
And then, you know, I think that he's gotten a little better with it. But let's just see. It's only been 2 preseason games.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not tripping about it or nothing. But hey, oh man, I'm just telling. What that guy said earlier. Something about you think we're just being vanilla. I started thinking that too. And then what you said is, you know, your response to him was, we're the Saints. You know, and that's actually a really good ass answer. I ain't going to lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like, do you think that they block in vanilla? Like, you don't block vanilla. You know, you don't block vanilla. You block. You either block or you fucking don't block. That's you know, so.
No, that's exactly right. Well, either way, man, freaking preseason week 2 down, man. I'll be talking to you later, Mayo.
All right, Gumbo Gary.
Hey, who that? Fuck the Falcons.
Who that? Fuck him. Sean Tran in the chat. Shough kind of seems like Carr 2.0 to me so far. We'll see, I guess. Hey, 642 people watching YouTube right now. Do me a favor, thumbs up on the stream. But more importantly, bro, sub to the Hold the Mayo YouTube. I'm trying to get to 20,000 subscribers, bro. We've been light on it. We ain't been pushing it. Ain't nobody. I ain't been pushing it. I ain't been saying nothing about no subscribers. What goal I'm trying to get to. Let's just get to 20K, bro. That would be fire. Spread quarters.
What's up?
Hey, what's happening?
What's up, Devin?
What's happening?
Oh, not much. Like Mason Tiffany to make the team, bro.
Oh, he's making the team. Yeah,
he can't still be on the practice squad.
No, he ain't gonna be on the practice. I mean, if he's on the practice squad, you're gonna wind up seeing him in Kansas City or something. I'm telling you.
No, for real. Like the kid's good.
No, he is.
But yeah, I didn't expect you to answer my phone call. My bad.
It's all good, man. What's on your mind, bro?
Oh no, I mean, parts of the team look good. Offensive line looked like crap. Defense didn't play very good. But I mean, I know that was the second teamers out there. A lot of our big names went out there. But I mean, a lot of the guys did flash. I mean, a couple of the tight ends flashed. Mason Tiffin flashed. Pettis flashed. I mean, it was all pretty good. But that's all I got to say, man. Mason Tiffin need to make the team. I don't want to fall in love with him like I used to do with Austin Carr every year, and then he's not on the same. He does it. He does kind of.
He does kind of got that Austin Carr vibe. I think he's a better, like, deep ball receiver and all that shit. But he definitely does give Austin Carr vibes. I give you that for sure.
Yeah, but man, I just was watching, was trying to get through, got through. Love all your content.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for taking my call.
All right, man. Take care. Who dat?
All right, later. Who dat?
Yeah, another person that I think needs to make this team, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, needs to make this team off of toughness alone, off of energy alone, will to win, to want to win. You could tell, bro. The hit he took on the sideline that he bounced off of and kept, this guy needs to make the team. That's the type of guys that we need on the team right now. We're not fortunate enough to just have a bunch of these guys right now, right? So that's a guy that I think definitely needs to make the team. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Spread quarters.
What's up, Mayo? It's AG.
Yo, what up, AG?
Not much, man. I like what you just said about Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And for all those people who just hate on him, man, what they need to do is they need a refresher on who he is, because there was a reason Kansas City took him first round. And one of the games I like to go back to, that Alabama
boy, what? Dude. I'm sorry.
4 touchdown game from Edwards-Helaire.
Hey, you look, and I know you know this. You ain't got to tell me, bro. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Louisiana legend, dog. And, like, he's just got that toughness. It's that same shit we watched at LSU. He's got that, bro. It's we in the pros now, right? So it's not the same as college, but you can tell that Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's got that toughness, bro. He's got that energy, bro. He's got good energy on and off the field, bro. I love it.
Absolutely. You mentioned the LSU O-line against Clemson. Honestly, that's going to be the toughest defensive line they play all year is Clemson, because you look at that line, and I'm also thinking about the Saints O-line, and one of the defensive lines that I'd be terrified about is that New York Giants D-line. I mean, I know the Giants ain't too crazy, but that D-line is very stacked.
Yeah, the Giants have been making some moves on defense for sure the last few years, so but, going back to the LSU Clemson thing real quick, that D-line, dude, it's like those 4 guys are all projected to go top 3 rounds. Like, these guys are really good. So, and we just got a young O-line with LSU, so you just got to see it. We got to see what happens. I
mean, my hope for that game is that Nussmeier's able to sling the ball quickly, and that Caden Durham can just make some big moves quick.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to have to do some scat passes and shit. Yeah, to the running back, get them kind of, spread out a little bit. They're going to have to do that. I agree.
Yeah. And, and I'm not looking past that game so far, but I'll tell you this. If Brian Kelly does not make a playoff or at least win a playoff game, I think he's gone.
I think that people are going to be fucking pissed if he don't make the playoffs this year. I don't know if he's gone, but he's definitely on his way out. He'll be 1 foot out the door for sure.
I will say this. I think we have a better manageable schedule as far as like the teams that we do play. I think we can win a majority of our SEC games. The real only problems I may see is the Bama game and maybe the Ole Miss game, because I'm not sold on Oklahoma because Brent Venables is a terrible coach for them.
Yeah, Ole Miss is always a tough opponent for us, so I definitely see that being a tough game. It's going to be an offensive game. Both offenses just lighting it up. I mean, I was at a game 2 years ago at Ole Miss, LSU at Ole Miss. We were up by, I think, 10 or 11 with 4 or 5 minutes left, and Ole Miss wound up coming back and winning. I think the total was like 100 points total scored. I mean, it was a crazy game.
Yeah, and it was like over almost 1,300 yards combined of offense.
That's what it was then. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
But then thankfully the next week, LSU actually won because of the defense with a pick 6 against Missouri that next week.
Yeah. We'll see, man. I've been watching that show on Netflix, the college, I forget what it's called, man, but it's so good.
I think it's Any Given Saturday.
Dude, it's so good, bro. Like, just the Diego Pavia story on there, like him going into about to play Alabama, and how he was so confident, bro. Like, how do you not love that dude? But all right, let me let you go, and I appreciate the call, man.
All right, man. God bless, and who dat, baby?
Who dat? Yeah, man, that shit is so good on Netflix. What did he say it was called again? Any Given Saturday? Spread Quarters, River Parish Trash Line.
Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, man. Hey, everybody want to talk about this Ruiz and all that. I ain't even worried about his big ass. Who the fuck is Mason Tipton?
You don't know who Mason Tipton is?
No.
Okay, well, yeah, he was on the team last year, or he had a great camp last year. They loved him, and then he went ghost in the regular season. We didn't really see nothing from him, and now he's back having another crazy-ass training camp, and, you know, now it's actually showing in the preseason games. We ain't hit the regular season yet, but one could make an argument that it was pretty fucking hard for Mason Tipton to do anything last year, considering the circumstances, which it's not just normal circumstances, bro. Like, everybody was hurt. You had so many different quarterbacks. We had Derek Carr, Spencer Rattler, Jake Hayner, you know, so.
You ain't got to tell me about Derek Carr.
No, I know.
Hey, look, Mason Tipton was out there 30 yards down the field, and they just throwing the ball up like he's Randy out there. I don't know who Mason Tipton is. He went to Yale. Did they play ball at Yale?
You from the West Bank? You from the
West? From around that way.
I knew it, bro. I fucking knew it, dude. Yeah, you've called in a bunch of times. You from the West Bank?
Yeah, I ain't called you in a year or so.
All right, well, what's up, bro? Good to hear from you.
Fucking Mason Tipton ain't what's up.
All right, well, I'll let him know. I mean, I'm sure he's got a lot of haters.
Everybody loves this motherfucker. He ain't did shit.
All right, well, look.
He's bad.
All right, well.
He's garbage. Look, when we got to go on a guy named Mason Tipton, and that's our fucking our strong point.
I mean, I kind of feel what you're saying, but, you know, I mean, let this guy have his moment, motherfucker. Jesus. Let him have his moment.
I mean, he don't know me, and I don't know him, so fuck him. He'll be all right.
I guess you're right. All right, well, you got anything else?
Well, we're finally done with Derek fucking Carr, and I guess we're going to draft a quarterback every single season. That's what we need to do.
All right, brother. Well, look, God bless and take care of yourself.
Deuces.
Fucking West Bank, bro. Spread Quarters.
Hey, Dev, what's up?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man. I wanted to know what your thoughts was on UFC 319.
I thought it was real quick, because I know a lot of people trying to call about the Saints, but I will tell you real quick. I thought that it was dope, the main card, as far as the 2 spinning back fist knockouts. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that all the time, so it definitely lived up to that. I'm a Khamzat fan. I bet on Khamzat last night. No, obviously, I bet on him. No, I bet on him for a finish, but I just don't appreciate. First of all, Khamzat has hands. He has power. He's good at striking. I don't appreciate anybody that goes into a championship fight, a fight that has been so hyped up for so many months. They are calling it the greatest card of the year, and this dude fucking for 5 rounds plays ass grab and is just on this dude for 5 rounds. Not even the 5th round where he was up 4-0. Could he just stand in there and bang with him? Do it for the people, man. This is not fucking independent fighting, down at the Pontchartrain Center, bro. This is fucking UFC. Just did a $7 billion deal with Paramount and CBS and all this shit. And this guy's hugging on this guy for 5 fucking rounds, bro. So, I'm not really entertained by that, to be honest. And haters are going to say, oh, well, don't watch it then. Or go watch boxing. Bro, all I'm saying is this is the biggest combat sport fucking company in the world. And you on the biggest stage, main event, at least throw hands in the 5th round when you're up 4-0.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I mean, it was like watching 25 minutes of gay porn the whole time.
It was so fucking weird, dude. It really was.
It really was. But yeah, I like them Saints today. I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to hook up the line. Thank you, Deb.
All right, dude. Thank you, man. You about to have a fight card at the White House. Not only everybody that watches UFC going to be watching that, I don't care if you own a farm in the sticks. You're probably going to be watching the fights at the White House. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Trump's putting on fights at the White House. Everybody's going to be watching the fights at the White House. The whole fucking world is. Can you imagine if they go out there and ass grab on the front lawn of the White House? That'll be a total letdown. Spread quarters.
Hey, what's up, Dev? It's Dalton from Hawaii. Sorry if the call sounds weird. I'm driving in a car.
Brother, you're going to have to call me back. It sounds too weird. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to...
No, if we had a quarter...
You got to call me back. I'm sorry, brother. I know you're in Hawaii, but you'll get through again. That was rough, though. That was rough sound right there. I don't know what was going on. Sound like, you were maybe were you by the water or something? I don't know. But anyway. Sprite quarters.
Sprite quarters?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, Dev, Charlie. It's Unit from Slaughter, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, babe?
I'm doing all right, man. I can't wait for the Tigers next Saturday night. I can't wait for that. I ain't going to say shit about the Saints because that's all practice squad. They're probably looking to get on film so they can all be cut so somebody can look at them. But we got 2 weeks to deal with this bullshit and get the shit together because they play for real coming up. It's coming up real quick. And then, everybody's got to have a chance. Like Kendra Miller, he's finally healthy, man. Look what he did today. He gives you a little glimpse of Alvin Kamara if you look at it. He's fast and slick and jibbing and jiving and jibbing and jobbing. You know what I'm saying, brother?
Yeah, I do, man. I like Kendra, bro. I really do. And I
do too.
I think he's done a great job of overcoming a lot of bullshit, whether it was the injuries, whether it was Dennis Allen not liking him, whatever the situation was, he's overcoming. He's still here today. And you could tell that he's still trying to do something. He's still trying to do something. He ain't gave up, so I definitely like Kendra.
Are you going to be in Clemson?
I am gonna be in Clemson, bro. I'm gonna be there 8 hours.
I hear you, bro.
Yeah. So
yeah, I hear you. We flying with the Tigers.
All right. Well, if you let's see if we can link up or something. I'll be out there.
Look up. We have a cold beer or something, brother. Be glad to. Can't wait to Respect Your Body beer comes out. I got people in Norfolk, Virginia that want it.
Come on. Shout out Norfolk, Virginia, man. That's awesome, bro. All right.
Sir.
Well, yeah. I'll see you in Clemson.
All right, brother. Later. Who that?
Who that? Respect Your Body. That's releasing August 27th at Abita Brewery in New Orleans, and then August 28th at Abita Brewery in Abita. And yeah, man, it's fucking awesome beer, bro. It's a light beer, 4.2%, light hint of blueberry. It's perfect, bro. It's smashable. Spread quarters. Hello?
Sorry, Deb. My phone was acting stupid.
It's all good.
Love the show, man. Thank you for the love at Herbie K's in the 318 a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother and I are from that area. We appreciate everything you do. I just kind of wanted to ask you something. It's kind of hard. It's hard to follow the Saints this year, not because I don't think they're going to be competitive. It's just completely different approach than we've seen in a long time. you feel like Kellen Moore's holding a lot of stuff back? Maybe some of this is vanilla, what we're seeing on the field. I've heard a lot of people calling in, and people are either bitching or being negative about it. I'm just like, man, like we got to give Tyler Shough and Kellen Moore and the whole team just a chance to kind of see what it looks like on the field, you know?
Yeah, but of course, and look, of course, I mean, everybody's holding something back in preseason, especially when it comes to like offensive play calling and stuff like that. I just don't think that you can hold back blocking, you know, like things like that. I don't think you can hold. I don't think that there's such thing as holding back on blocks. Right. You know, if you hold him back on blocks, then you don't need to be blocking, right? So that's
the offensive line looks terrifying. That's the problem that nobody can ignore. So but the only thing I'll say about Kellen Moore though is, man, we fans, bro. So we're gonna react to what we see every single week. Fans have been doing that in sports since the beginning of sports history, right? So we just reacting off what we seeing. And I got to be honest, man, it looks like, especially with so many players sitting out, not playing in the preseason, it looks like it's going to be a huge learning curve, bro. And it looks like it's going to be a long haul, bro. It's going to be a long game. We playing the long game right now, I could tell. Yeah,
for sure.
I totally agree, man. Love the show. Thank you for taking my call. Have a good day, dude.
All right, man. Take care.
All right,
bye. You know, just vanilla or not, it's hard to be vanilla about blocking and shit like that. Thank y'all for the super chats. Brute Saint, that 2025 draft class seems legit outside of Shough. Appreciate the super chat, brother. Wes, Amanda, thank you, Amanda. Uncle Lester, HTM, so awesome to catch you live for the first time. I'm coming back, Uncle Lester. I'm coming back. Spread quarters.
All right. What's happening, bro?
Yo, what's up?
And it's Jake from the West Bank. Maybe I had a little too much to drink, but since when do they not have overtime in preseason?
Oh, no, they don't. No, that turns into a tie. Yeah, they don't do that.
Man, that blew my mind.
I bet it did, my brother. I bet it did.
I just wanted to say, bro, I'm a little optimistic. I think we're going to do all right. Number 6, shout out Tyler. Even though Rattler cut up.
That's your guy, Tyler Shough?
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean, we'll see, because I got it at 1-1 right now. That's what I got it at. 1 game for Shough, 1 game for Spencer. It's going to come down to the 3rd game. That's what I got it at right now.
I hear you, but Rattler went like 0-7 last season. So I've seen enough of that.
Brother, he was playing with Piggly Wiggly workers. It wasn't exactly a roster that he was working with.
And now he's playing with Tipton.
Yeah. All right, bro. I got to go.
All right.
Playing with the West Bank too much today, bro. The boy said, when did ties happen in the preseason? Well, good little while. Uncle Les, I was in Super Chat, you 20, but figured you'd prefer 10 on a 22-1 futures bet. Shough Rookie of the Year. Well, I appreciate anything, man. You could have sent me 50 cents, bro. Spread quarters.
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's going, man. What's happening?
Well, I definitely think Rattler, I definitely think you're right. I would say it's 1-1. Going into this last, I think he looked better. I don't know. I think you got to start Rattler just from what we're looking, but you're right. We still got 1 more week. Tipton, I'm with you. I love him. I think he looks great. I was pulling for him last year, and then he disappears when we got a roster full of Uber drivers. I'm like, where did the guy go? He looked so great. So he looked good. I know Miller had a run. I don't know what I think about. Obviously, the offensive line, I think, is a problem. So I think that's probably some of the issues that I see. It's not so much that these running backs, like you said, I love Hilaire too.
Yeah, I really love Hilaire. I mean, I like Hilaire to maybe be the main spell of Kamara.
Could.
To be honest.
I don't know if a lot of people know the story kind of, that he fell off because he had an intruder. I don't remember. He and his friend went together and he had to kill him. It was a robbery and he had to kill this guy and it messed him up. And he had PTSD, and that's why he kind of had some issues that he had to step back from. So I pull for the guy,
Yeah, and I know Clyde. He's been one of my supporters for a long time, to be honest with you. He's one of the first notable athletes that ever, gave, what would you call it, an endorsement from, he's always supported Old Mayo. So I could see his energy. I could see it off the field, like when they were punching when the Saints were doing that thing when they were punching, it shows you a score for the punch. You know the game where you punch the thing. Clyde's energy is contagious. It really is. He looks great, bro. I'm not trying to say that he wasn't happy or anything like that, but he definitely looks happy right now. He's happy to be playing for the Saints, bro. That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal.
We don't talk about that much. That's changed, Mayo. Remember, like, when I was a kid, nobody really wanted to come back because the Saints sucked, before the Breeze era. And now all these young guys, they all want to come play for the Saints. They all were fans. It's great to see. It's great to see, man. Look, you do a good job. Appreciate the work.
All right,
Have a good rest of your Sunday.
Thank you, too, man. Trying to get some dubs on Warzone. Jacob Snow, that's my long-lost cousin right there. But we not related. We talked about this. It's crazy that your last name's Snow and we not related. That is insane. But yeah, no, join the Discord, bro. Nola Boyle dropped the link to the Discord. We always in there gaming, bro. Spread quarters.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
This is Cajun Goat, brother.
Cajun Goat. What's up?
Man, I don't think we can get a good evaluation of either one of these quarterbacks until we get a starting O-line that can protect. Because, this is almost an identical game from last week in the first half. Rattler didn't get no protection because Caesar, or Rewes, or whatever the fuck his name is. That dude gives up more sacks than, in the preseason, I think this dude he is giving up pressure up the middle almost every snap. And I don't think it's fair to judge Shough on that O-line play. And just like the way you said, he threw it to Cesar Ruiz. He didn't fucking block nobody. Then he went out and tried to catch the ball. He jumped in front of the fucking ball where the ball was going to the guy that was coming back to the ball. This son of a bitch touched the ball. If he would have let it go, it would have probably just been an incomplete pass. Caesar's all over the place, man. When he's in the game, dude, when he is in the game, the offense sucks. And we can say, hey, there's nobody else. But bullshit. Whoever the guy was that was taking Penning's place did a good job.
Wait, you're not talking about 77? You're not talking about 77, huh?
I don't think it was 77. All I know is that all the pressure came from Caesar's side.
Yeah.
Everything came from Caesar's side. Him and the tackle were getting all fucked up in between there. But Caesar's the one that gave up the most. And Caesar's the only starter that actually played the whole first half. He made him play the other starters he took out. Caesar had to play the whole first half of that game. So I don't know if he's looking at maybe changing his ass out, but hell, I would even move that center because I think that rookie center is not playing bad ball up front. I don't think he's playing. I'm watching the kid. The kid he's one of them tough nose son of a bitches. So I think you can't evaluate that first half until you take that son of a bitch out of the game and give these get a running game going, which you can't get the running game going because the son of a bitch can't even block in the run game. And remember when he came out of Michigan, he was a fucking center. He's playing guard now, and he sucks no matter where he plays.
Yeah, I believe when he came out, that was Breeze's last year, and I want to say that he was snapping for Breeze a few games. And
right,
I'm pretty sure Breeze was
somebody got hurt.
I'm pretty sure Breeze was like, nah, bro, this ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he fucking retired from behind his ass,
dude.
Shit, man. But you know what? I still think the rookie class that they got this year. I always see these guys making plays.
Yeah.
So that's an upbeat thing to look forward to this season.
Yes, look at it right here. So whether you're talking about Sanka, who had a pick today, a very clutch pick, by the way, and it was a tip ball pick awareness. You know what I'm saying? You love to see that. He had a good hit across the middle where he laid a dude out. You love to see what you saw from Sanka this preseason. Quincy Riley, I mean, at least I see him. You know, I see him around the field. I wouldn't say that anything really, really stood out from Quincy Riley today, but I mean, he's been good in practice. He's had a bunch of picks in training camp and shit like that. Look, Stutzman, you could tell Stutzman wants to be great. You could tell that he wants to be great. The Vernon Broughton dude, I think that he's going to be pretty decent.
He got a fumble recovery. He got a fumble recovery today.
The D tackle, Jalen Ford from last year, had a pick. Jalen Ford's had some injury issues, the way it's kept him off the field, but he had a pick as well. So yeah, man, I'd agree with that, bro. I think that there's a lot of dudes that are kind of shining from this draft class, and even a couple from last year's.
Now I'll give you on Tipton. Tipton kind of reminds me of Lance Moore, a little bit of a Lance Moore type receiver. So, I mean, if the guy keeps building on what he's doing right now, and I don't think he played a little bit last year because he had a pulled hamstring. So he dealt with a hamstring all last year during the season. So I'm kind of see if he stays healthy and see what this cat's going to do for us.
And look,
I'm not big on Pettis, man. I can tell you right now.
I'm not
big on Pettis. I know the dude pulled one out of his ass today. But, man, I watched him. This dude, he fades away from the ball so much, he's going to give you a lot of picks because of the way he fades away from the ball instead of going back to it. He hadn't learned that yet. And Clyde, I'm with you on Clyde. The thing that Clyde does better than any one of the backs that I've seen so far play in the preseason is the screen pass. Yeah. And, bro, we've been missing that screen pass for how long now?
Yeah, that and the pass blocking. And the toughness, just the toughness in general. Very tough dude. I mean, way tougher than any of these other dudes that have, you know, these random running backs that we've tried and stuff. Like, who's the guy that they keep running? Velus Jones Jr., who, I mean, you know.
I like him.
I'm going to tell you who can go. I'm going to tell you.
I like him in the Taysom Hill role.
Cam Akers, he getting released this week. I just don't see it happen. Yeah, he getting released. And then Yearns, I'm sorry, bro. Like, see you later. Yeah, so, I mean, I think it comes down.
And you got to think about the rookie out of Kansas that didn't even get a chance yet because he's hurt.
But that's not good to be hurt with a hamstring your rookie year before you even played. That's not good. I'm sorry. And I was very high on Devin Neal. And it's just not good. I mean, you're missing out on learning in-game shit, playing with your teammates. That shit matters, man. Chemistry.
But you might be able to hide him on the practice squad.
Yeah, but I think that he's also he did well enough in Kansas to where somebody probably pick him up off the practice squad.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we need to go looking at other practice squads for a lot of stuff. Tight ends, man. I seen some tight ends this weekend, and they were talking about them not even making the teams. They got some pretty damn good tight ends out in the league right now that might not make a team. I tell you what, the Saints need to be on that waiver wire whenever it comes around. I
think they will be, especially at tight end, for sure. Because, I mean, it's just...
All right, brother. You have a great night.
All right, man. You too.
Who that?
Who that? Yeah, you'd have to keep Neal. If you have any, like, optimism in his future, you'd have to keep him. I don't think you could put him on the practice squad. Somebody's going to pick him up. He did really good in college. I mean, he was well-known at Kansas. Spread quarters.
Hey, bro, this is Liam. I got boo-boo partners that work at Burkhardt AC Heating there, man. Shout out to my boy Chad, Louie, Ryan. I think the Saints going to be all right, dude.
Yeah, I mean, what you mean by...
Be all right.
What you mean by... Like, what you mean?
I mean, like when I say all right, I guess I mean middle, right? That's all right. I don't know.
Middle of the pack?
I don't think you got a lot of people talking about 3 wins. I think they're going to do better than that. I don't know.
So you'd bet on the Saints to have more than 5.5 wins this season?
I would. I'd take 6. I might even take 7.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that optimism.
I wouldn't go past 7. 8, I'm taking the under all day long.
All right. Well, yeah, no, that's going to be bad odds on that. But yeah, no, I mean, appreciate the optimism because I got to be honest. I don't know if I would take it if I did bet on it. I don't know if I'd take over 5.5. I think it's.
I hear you.
I think it's right there. I think it's right there.
It might be, but I'm trying to stay positive.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
We Saints fans, you know. I mean, like you say, we ain't trying to tank for here next year. We don't know.
Right.
You know, I'm talking about you and I, right? You know, we don't know where we're gonna be. I mean, we need to win.
You're right.
So
you're right. I like it. All right, dude.
All right, brother. Be good. Hey, I got all them all being all shirts too, dude. The hoodies, the shirts, I got all of them, dude.
Hell yeah, bro. I love to hear it, and I appreciate your support. That means a lot to me, dude. For real.
All right, brother. Be good.
All right, man. You too. Take care. Who that?
Later.
You could tell he's from the parish. I see somebody in the chat. I love this caller's vibe just because he's from the parish, dog. You can hear it. Anybody calling me dropping Burkhardt's name, I already know where they from. Spread quarters.
Yo, Devin and James from Metro, home of the best grass. How you doing?
You ain't lying, brother. I know they were out there cutting that grass today, getting it right.
Yeah, hot as hell, but they still out here cutting.
Yeah.
Hey, look, everybody says, tank this, tank that, but we can't afford a tank. And even if we do tank and get some good picks in the draft, it don't matter because we got a third of our cap in total is dead money.
Right. It feels like that's always
31 and a bit percent.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a problem with Mickey Loomis. We're still paying Marshawn $31 million, Derek Carr $19 million, Ramczyk $11 million, MT still $9 million, and James is still $7 million. Some of these guys ain't played a snap since 2023, and we still paying them buku money. I don't know. Some with the front office, they need to kind of let the reins go, let Kellen do his thing, see who's good, see who's bad. Let Kellen just take control, see who he wants on the team.
Yeah, I think that now look, Tom will heal some of this cap shit, and I know that this sucks to hear because it's just Tom. Nobody wants to wait, right? Tom will heal some of that cap shit. Hopefully, because it's gonna take all angles. It's not gonna just be something that we can get this team back to being like this core foundation Saints team, by just doing the draft. It's gonna take hitting on free agents. You know what I'm saying? Getting bigger free agents, bigger name free agents. It's going to take a lot. But, we at the very start of this, it's like the ship just got off the fucking dock. We are just beginning this voyage, dude.
Yeah, I hear you. Just making sure that we can pay these free agents when we get big name opportunities coming our way. That's really what it's going to be in the long term.
Yeah.
But, first time caller, long time listener. Love the show. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to free up the line for you.
All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate the call. Who that?
Yeah, who that?
Hey, thumbs up on the stream, man. Help me out, bro. Help me out, man. I'm going up against this is a one-man show, bro. I'm going up against shows that got producers and all kinds of shit, man. Come on, help the common man out, bro. It's the least that I can ask for is a thumbs up on the stream, bro. If y'all in here 633 people, thumbs up on the stream, subscribe to Hold the Mayo on YouTube, bro. Help the fucking common man out, bro. I'd greatly appreciate it. Spread quarters.
Young Mayo, it's Nola Boy, brother.
Nola Boy, what's going on? 12-5, no playoffs.
All right, bro. So the Saints looked okay today. We didn't lose, but no, I'll take the tie. Rattler should have been our starting QB, and the O-line is one injury away from just being trash completely. My dad told me today that the QB room reminds him of the Billy Joe days.
Damn. That's the quarterbacks I grew up, when I was a kid watching. So, and I'm going to tell you what he means by that is you could have played any one of them and you weren't going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You could have played any one of them. You could have played Billy Joe, Tolliver. You could have played fucking Danny Werfel, Kerry Collins, drunk, all these guys, but you weren't. It was still going to be the same result. So you hate to hear that.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I appreciate the shirts, man. I wore one at church. This lady at my dad was getting his blood drawn, and he wore his Red Bean League shirt. I walked in to go see what's going on. This lady asked me, she goes, "What's your shirt say?" And she goes, "Hot Plate Memorial Trophy." She goes, "What's a hot plate?" I said, "It's food. It can include anything, like red beans and rice, fried pork chops, man." And she had no idea. My dad goes, "Yeah, these Texas women don't understand what a hot plate is."
All right, Nola Boy, give me your top 5 Saints of all time before we let you go.
Oh, all right, Drew Brees at number 1. Can I put multiple players at one spot? Because I want to put the Dome Patrol in there.
Okay, that's you too. Come on, what you got?
All right, number 3, Raheem Shaheed. Number 4, Alvin Kamara. And number 5 is gonna have to go to Michael Thomas.
Well, you just put Shaheed before Kamar?
You know what? Yeah, I'll change it. I'll put Kamar.
Spread quarters.
Hey, Dev, this is your boy, and go for it. Your old friend, Will. Hey, man, I was a Metairie All-Star when I was in the 70s, and that was the best time of my life, I swear to God. And I've lived all over, but I love Metairie in the 70s.
Oh, yeah, Metairie in the 70s? Shit. I mean,
Dude.
yeah, I'm sure there's a lot going around Metairie in the 70s.
Dude, Fat City was awesome.
That's like
But,
Al Copeland and shit. You know, he was out.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, my mom worked at Drago's, man. It was happening.
Yeah.
Dude, I like Kellen Moore's energy, bro. I mean, I think he's going to be like a new Peyton 2.0. I think he's going to eventually get us to where we are competing like when we had Drew again. We just got to find our next semi-Drew, and we don't have him now because we got Footsteps Falco, Shough. He don't like pressure, man. And, you know, with Ruiz, he's already allowed more pressures than Willie Rope did his entire career in this preseason.
Yeah. Well, that's a big name. But yeah.
Oh my God, Willie Rope. Top 5 Saints. It's got to be Drew, Archie, Darren Sproles, Taysom Hill, Ricky Jackson.
All right. I mean, look, everybody's is going to be different. It sounds like, you know, man.
What about yours?
Because Deuce has got to be in there for me. That's the thing. Like,
Deuce.
Yeah, Deuce has to be in there for me. Obviously, Drew. You know, a case can be made for Jimmy Graham too. I mean, maybe at the 5 I'd have to do a top 10 is what I'd have to
Colston.
do. Yeah,
Colston too, huh?
Yeah, Colston could be in there. Joe Horn. Joe Horn needs to be in there. Joe Horn was electric, bro.
He was big. He was big.
Yeah, I mean, there's. I guess you got to look at Cam Jordan. You got to look at tenure too. How long were they here? You know, that's why a guy like Sproles couldn't be in mine because he just wasn't here long enough. You know.
But he was so. Speaking of electric, that guy was amazing.
Yeah, no, he was. He absolutely was.
But I don't have a lot to say. Just give these guys some time to bake, man. I'm gonna let everyone else get on. Hey, I appreciate you letting them be a part of this, man. It's awesome.
All right, well, I appreciate you, man. Take care. Who died?
Peace. Who died?
I saw Leroy Glover because I was thinking Leroy Glover, but again, just not quite here long enough. And it's also like it depends on how you look at it, right? How you look at it, because you know Will Smith was here a long time and made Pro Bowls. You know, spread quarters.
Hey, Dev. Number 73, Easton Kilty. That dude needs to be taking Ruiz's spot.
Okay. Kilty, huh?
He opened up a ton of holes. The 2 biggest run games were 2 holes that he opened up for us in a scoring drive.
Man, I don't think that we got the fortune of replacing Caesar. He's just been here too long, and he's going to have a lot of bad games, but he's going to have enough good games to keep his starting spot. They're not going to do it this year. Now, maybe as soon as this year's done, they tell him, see you later, bro. You know, I don't see them replacing Cesar Ruiz this year. I just don't.
I know this won't happen, but I'd love to see Kilty start the next preseason game to see that offensive line reshape up.
You about to buy his jersey, huh?
I mean, he did really well.
I'm about to buy a groupie jersey.
I want a Kyle Turley jersey.
Oh, Kyle Turley. You talk about an all-time Saint. I was there when he threw the helmet against the Jets.
He should be in your top 10 list.
He's a contender, man. He was good. He was good. That's great, man. I'm glad you brought him up. All right, man. Appreciate the call.
Appreciate you. Take care.
All right, who died? Love Tracy Porter to death. I do. I really do. Not quite here long enough, but definitely made up for it by getting us to the Super Bowl and winning us the Super Bowl. So, look, an argument can be made for sure. Spread quarters.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, this is your boy Dave, 318-31 Great. What up, baby?
What up? What up? What's happening? Scrim said he's got a song coming out called Kyle Turley. Let's go. Oh, my bad. What's up?
I got to give you a shout out for the merch, man. I just purchased all the new shirts and wore the Respect Your Body as I moved stepdaughter into college yesterday, and got a couple shouts out on that. So appreciate what you do, of course, and appreciate the stickers. Got them on the car now. So everything looking good.
I love that, man.
Hey, I think you're right, though. Everybody's list for the top 5 is going to be different. I think it depends on how long you've been a fan, maybe. You know, who you put on your top 5 and who you don't. But
yeah, that's going to play a part too, for sure.
Yeah, man. And look, I'm with you. I understand that. You know, I understand what the over/under is expected from what I saw today. Do I see us winning a lot of football games? Not at all. But you never know, man. That's why I play NFL. And I don't. And God bless Kellen Moore, because you know how many people passed on this job before they finally found somebody to take it. So there was a reason why. So we just got to be patient. Let him do his deal. Let him try to get his guys in there, and see what happens. So
I agree, brother. I agree, man. Appreciate the call.
Hey, man.
Appreciate the support.
Yeah, follow everything you do, man. I appreciate your work. Who that?
I saw Sammy Knight got dropped in the chat too. I loved fucking Sammy Knight. I loved that dude. He was awesome. That dude was awesome, bro. And that was at a time where we didn't really have a lot of like notable Saints, man. DJ Trauma. Ruiz can't touch Pete's jockstrap. Hey, makes you miss Pete. You fucking right. Mason Tipton, Uncle Lester. Mason Tipton reminds me a lot of future Saints Hall of Fame Onami Ojo. I remember Ojo because that was like in the late 90s, early 2000s. He was a big, tall guy. Had a lot of height, but just never panned out. I definitely remember Onami Ojo. Spread quarters.
Hey, what's up, Dev? It's Dalton from Hawaii again. I'm no longer driving.
It's all good, bro. What's happening?
Hey, nothing much. Watched only like the first half because I just went back to sleep. And then I caught the game-winning drive. I think with the Shough versus Rattler thing, it's going to be Rattler should start the first couple of games, and if we're like 1-3, 1-4, by that time, the coaching staff or the front office, someone's going to say, all right, make a change, and that's when we'll see Shough. I just don't think that Shough is ready. And then I wanted to say this earlier, and my temper kind of cooled because I was driving. Someone said, man, if only we had a quarterback that could, you know, escape the pocket and make a throw and also be able to scramble. And, like, if only we had someone that could put all that together. And we did. His name was Lamar Jackson. And we took Marcus Davenport. Just
never feels any better. Never feels any better hearing it. I got to be honest. Been hearing it for years. Never feels any better. I think it's best we just stop talking about it. Yeah.
Warner. Yeah, you're right.
Because I mean,
the last time I'll ever mention it.
It's brutal, bro. It really is. It's brutal.
Yeah, but we gotta make it work with what we got. Shough has a higher ceiling, but he's just not ready. Like something will hopefully click for him within the first couple weeks. He'll get some more practices in, get some more development, and maybe by week 5 he'll be ready to be a slightly below average NFL quarterback. We'll see.
Will see.
I'll go ahead and free up the line. I got a date I'm about to go on, so wish me luck.
You about to get some ass?
I don't know about get some ass, but like that's the end goal.
First date?
First date.
First date, and the end goal is to get some ass. I love it, brother. I love it. You gotta want what you want.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate it. Y'all take it easy.
All right, you too, man.
Peace.
My dog in Hawaii going on a first date, trying to clap. Let's go. Bros need to be more confident. Bros need to be more confident, bro. Spread quarters.
Hi, yeah, this is the Red Man.
What's up, Red Man?
Hey, I'm just thinking, I don't know if there really is a real change in the coaching philosophy from last year. Maybe they're just not showing it all in preseason, but this feels too much like the same Pete Carmichael and Dennis Allen regime that we're used to. What's your thoughts on that?
I can see where you think that, and I have caught myself watching thinking the same thing. I'm just gonna be honest. I have, but there's just no fucking way that is true. There's no way that is. If that is true, then there's things happening that we can't even fathom with the Saints because there's just no fucking way. I mean, Kellen Moore's supposed to be this ghost rider fucking play caller, dude. You know what I'm saying? Control of all the offense. There's no way. But I have caught myself thinking about that.
Yeah, it just seems like they have no aggression on offense, which just feels like Dennis Allen 2.0 and Pete Carmichael, where they just sit back and wait for somebody to become Drew Brees again.
I just think that's not necessarily something you can decipher in the preseason, though. If it's the regular season and you feel that way, then maybe like. But here's the thing: this is what's not talked about enough. There's a roster, and this roster, it's not a great roster, dude. It's not a great roster, bro. So just as it sits right now, it's not a great roster. So that's part of the thing too. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, and if the rebuild happened when it should have, we would be talking about a much different team and a much different culture.
Look, a rebuild's going to be brutal no matter what. So, and this is, like I said, this is like the ship just getting off the dock, you know? So we just starting it.
Yeah, appreciate you taking the call.
All right, man. Take care. Dennis Allen fucked a lot of people's heads up, bro. You know? And I'm just being honest when I answer his question, because that has crossed my mind. Like, damn, this kind of looks similar, you know? But I think he's more so talking about the results. I think he's more so talking about the fact that it's the first half and we can't score a touchdown. That'll make you think about that shit. Spread quarters.
Yo, Mayo, what's up, dude?
Yo, what's happening?
What's up? What's up? Hey, dude, it's fourth quarter pressure. Hey, man, I wanted to give you a call and you talk about Caesar Ruiz and all these other Saints, right? Dude, no matter what, we're still trash. We're not going to go anywhere, really. This is probably the best opportunity to actually bet against the Saints. So you win either way. So if you lose your bet, or you're happy that week that the Saints won, but if the Saints lost, well, at least you got an extra $100 in your pocket.
I don't bet on the Saints to win or them to lose. I just never did that. I never was into that. Ever. Even when they had Drew Brees and shit, I was never into betting on the Saints. I just don't like it. It makes me infuriated if they lose. And I don't want to be that mad at them from a betting perspective when they already piss me off.
That's when you bet against them.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Why not?
Because
Mickey Loomis is.
I love the Saints, dude. I don't give a fuck if Mickey Loomis is sitting in his recliner jacking off while the Saints play. When it comes to me, I'm not betting against the Saints. I'm not doing it.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate the call.
We just know we're going to be trash this year. I don't think they're going to win more than 4 games.
Well, man, I think it's about 50-50 on that, on how people feel about that, and you and the other 50. You know, I got to be honest. You know, if I was to bet on the over for the win total, I probably wouldn't, but I'm not going to bet on it at all.
But why do you think the same people, like, we haven't hit on any real draft picks in 3 or 4 years? All of our first round picks always fall out. They're always trash. Old Penning's trash. Louise's, Caesar's trash. The last good first rounder we had was Ramczyk, and he left 2 years ago.
I don't think that's the last good first round. I think you got a little negativity, a part of what you're saying, and I think that's making you even more negative, but I don't think all of our first round picks have been trash. But yes, there have been a bunch of reaches. There has been a bunch of dudes who was
Okay, so Olave is probably he's good, but he's not. I don't think he's.
Fuaga is going to be good. I mean, the tackle we just got out of Texas, he's going to be good. You could tell from fucking one series.
I believe that.
You know,
I believe
Banks,
that.
You can tell he's going to be good. I mean, they have drafted a lot of offensive linemen. I think in the last 10 years they've drafted 5 offensive linemen in the first or the second. But I don't know, man. But you know, at the end of the day, fans be going after the wrong people. You know whose name never gets brought up? Ever. I've never had a conversation around the city, anything, and somebody was like, man, Jeff Island's got to go. Never heard it. I've never heard it. Nobody ever brings up Jeff Island. And he was supposed to be this whiz in drafting. Remember, he was with the Miami Dolphins, blah, 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 blah. Nobody brings up Jeff Island. I've never seen it happen. It's almost like he hides in a closet, you know? So, but I don't want to be too hard on him just because we flipped the page. So none of that shit matters. We're trying to flip the page. And a lot of these guys that we drafted this past year, you all seeing some flashes. So let's just flip the page, bro.
I get it. It's just one of the things that you see every year. Like, you see when we hit on a draft is when we go deep in the playoffs. And when we don't hit is when we, like, really suck. And we had them years when Drew Brees was here. And 7-9, 7-9, 7-9, and perpetually picking at 11 all the time. Now, granted, we could have got Patrick Mahomes, but we didn't. Like, Kansas City jumped in.
All right, I got to go. We reminiscing too much. We just reminiscing. It's the same old shit. You know, respectfully, I got to go. We got to stop talking about shit that happened fucking 15 years ago, 10 years ago. You know, we still talking about missing on Lamar Jackson. We still talking about, oh, we almost got Mahomes. Bro, Mahomes done won a bunch of Super Bowls and shit. Lamar Jackson done been in the league for a long time. It's over. It is over. We can't change it and go back. Yes, we can acknowledge that it was fucking dumb. We can acknowledge that. But dudes, people miss on players every year. There's been, I think every year that a draft happens, I want the Saints to get somebody, and they either let him go to another team, and they draft somebody else. You know, spread quarters.
Yeah, I'm live.
Yeah, what's up?
I saw a tweet that the Saints are going to have 11 fucking male cheerleaders. That makes me fucking sick, man. We go at 0-17 this year, and the majority of our cheerleaders has a fucking penis. You can't get worse than this. How much more pain can we fucking take, Mickey? I mean, it makes you want to throw a dildo at one of these motherfuckers. We got the fucking odds first string out there, Devin. This is a fucking nightmare. The fucking nightmare with Borges. Who the fuck's gonna buy the cheerleader calendar this year? Fucking Bruce Jenner's fucking wet dream on it. I mean, what's next? They're gonna change your fucking touchdown song to fucking Fats Domino when the Saints go marching into the fucking the fucking YMCA. At least if the Saints suck, you can go watch your cheerleaders shake their ass a little bit, you know. But now they're gonna take that from us. I mean, you know how many fucking hotties are out of a job this season because of this shit? And the worst thing is, we used to have some fine-ass sensations too, man. Now we got fucking Chuck and Larry and Boy George out there shaking their fucking hairy ass. We went from the fucking sensations to the fucking Rainbow Revolution. You got RuPaul's fucking drag race out there, man. Jesus Christ. Poor Tom Bench has got to be rolling in his fucking grave right now. He would never let this fucking happen. I guess Mickey Loomis must draft the fucking cheerleaders too, you know? You know, it sucks. Somebody's going to take their son to his first fucking Saints game to see this shit. I'd rather bring my kid to the fucking Exorcist. You know, instead of going home and maybe playing football on the lawn, he might end up with a pair of fucking pom-poms in his hand. I mean, and they're in the front row, too. They should at least be in the back like the parades. They put the fat girls in the back. I guarantee you, Jerry Jones ain't got one male cheerleader. Fuck. I almost jerked off to that Netflix thing. Them Dallas girls are fucking beautiful, man. You're telling me, Devin, I'm supposed to buy tickets to see the Three Stooges at quarterback and 11 fucking penises on the sidelines. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, no, might as well join the cheerleaders with all the sugar in his tank. You seen this punk? He's throwing a rugby ball on the sideline. What the fuck is he doing? You know? Look, if you suck dick, you suck dick. But I don't want to see you cheering at a fucking NFL game, man. Jesus Christ.
You know, the calendar's definitely taking a hit. You know, I got to agree with him on that, bro. You know, they're going to have to give them out for sure. But, what a call. What a classic call from Yam Live. That was classic. That was classic Yam Live right there. You know? To anybody saying that Yam Live might have lost it or whatever, that was a classic Yam Live call. It'll go down in the books. Spread quarters.
Hey, what's going on? It's Soko Hank coming in from Boise, Idaho. I just wanted to talk about that tight end catch that went, about millimeters from the defender's head and straight into his chest.
Yes.
That's about the only positive thing I can say about Tyler Shough. Other than that,
I agree.
Rattler looked good. He looked like the team really wanted to play with him. It didn't look like they wanted to play with Shough. Shough looked like he was waiting for his daddy to give him another truck, and he's mad he didn't. You hear me?
Yeah, I did. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, and I agree, bro. That was the one highlight. And then, of course, you could say, oh, Olave dropped the ball. He probably could have went down there and scored. But, coulda, woulda, shoulda. And just shit happens, bro. But, I thought it was a lot. What did he finish with? Shough. 9 for 12, 66 yards.
Not very impressed. It looked like two different teams, first half, second half. I understand the defenders were different. But it just looked like the offensive line got better push with Rattler in the game. And it just looked like they were gelling better. Yeah. And they were more interested in playing the game.
I agree. 18 for 24, 199 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Spencer Rattler. He also had 3 carries, 19 yards rushing. So, yeah, man. I think it completely flipped. Like, this looks like last week's game, but it flipped, right? So,
yes.
Like last week, it was like Rattler with the 60 passing yards and, not a lot. And then it was Shough with the 190 passing yards. And, it flipped, bro. It's actually, it's a real battle. And I think it's going to come down to the third game. And I do give Rattler the slight edge, mainly because this is his second year in the league. You could tell that he knows more than Tyler Shough when it comes to pro shit. He just does.
I think this season is going to come down to game management. We're going to run the ball a lot. We're not going to throw as much. And I think what's going to decide that factor is if we make mistakes and injuries.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm looking at least 9 wins, maybe 8. It's his first season as coach. He's never been a head coach before, but I don't think he's going to fail. I think the guy really wants to succeed as much as possible. And I think for the Saints, I think this is the best thing that's ever happened to them since, I'd say, 2006. You know what I mean?
You talking about just a restart?
Yeah, just the fact that we got new blood in it and we got rid of Dennis Allen and we really are, I feel like on a positive note compared to what we were doing last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it just needed to happen. It needed to happen. So it is what it is. It's a fresh start. And that doesn't mean a fresh start's going to be a perfect start. It's not what it means.
If this makes any sense, I live in Boise. I've been living here for 4 years since the oil field crashed during the coronavirus. I'm going to be honest. This is the Drew Brees of Boise. Like, this guy is their Drew Brees. So the fact that he's our head coach, I have confidence in him. And I never saw him play here. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, no, he was a dog. He was around during that Cole Brennan era and shit. I remember for sure.
Yeah.
But, all right, bro. Well, I appreciate the call, man, for real.
Thank you very much. Have a good day, my man.
All right, you too. Who dat? TC, appreciate the super chat. Always tune in for my favorite weekly talk show. Keep it up, Mayo. Love from West Virginia. West Virginia. Clerical error. Can we talk about the fact that Dennis Allen single-handedly destroyed Jamal Williams' career? I feel like that dude would be a real asset right now, brother. I'm not even going to put that on Dennis Allen. Jamal Williams couldn't run out of a fucking porta potty. So, DJ Trauma, betting against the Saints doesn't make you not a fan. After that narrative, it's about making money. I get it. I'm just telling you, I just don't do it. I'm not saying that you're not a fan if you bet it. I'm not saying that. I know a lot of people who do it. I'm not into that. There's so many other games I can bet on. Spread quarters.
Hey, what's up? Carr from Oklahoma. Yeah, I just got to say this real quick. Like, what the fuck is with these fans acting like we're pre-Breeze era? We ain't got shit to show for it. Acting like we're about to pull up the paper bag. Like, I'll tell you this. I'm going to wear my Florida Lee out wherever because I'm proud of this team, even if we go fucking 1-16. Like, what the fuck is happening? We're known for our fan base being electric no matter fucking what.
This is what I think about it. Because I'm with you, bro. I'm never going to miss a game. I'm never not going to watch a game. I'm never going to go into a game thinking that the Saints don't have a chance. I don't care what they present me, right? I'm always going to rib the Saints because that's what people in New Orleans do. That's what people in Louisiana do. We rib. It's not personal. Right. It's ribbing. I do it with all my friends. I do it with everybody I know. If you hold a conversation with me for longer than 5 minutes, I'm going to rib you on something, dude. It's not personal. The internet has made ribbing fucking like this personal thing. It's not. It's not. That's what we do down here, right? As far as like supporting the Saints and always being watching on, dude, you ain't ever even have to check on me, bro. I'm always going to be watching the Saints. I think there's like a mix up there though amongst people collectively. And yeah, there's definitely some people who are just constantly negative about the Saints. They've been negative about the Saints. I mean, dude, we all grew up with somebody who said, I ain't watching this season. I ain't watching them motherfuckers. And where do you see them come 12 o'clock? They fucking watching.
Right. Like people forget, these are our granddaddy's teams.
Yeah.
The second they came to this city, we were watching. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm with you. Look, I'll put on Saints shit. And I feel the same way when I was putting it on in 2005, 2006. Right. I feel the same exact way. I never was like, oh, I don't know if I want to wear this. No, man, fuck that. I wear Saint shit loud and proud.
Right. And again, in Oklahoma, a lot of fucking Chiefs fans, Cowboys fans, I hear shit every day. I will still die for that fucking city. But either way, good thing to say is Danny Stutzman. I'll tell you this, that guy, when I say he's a dog, he's like a pit bull looking for a toddler when he sees that football. I'm telling you, this is a future Hall of Famer linebacker. That's what I got to say.
All right, brother. Thank you for the call.
Sure.
A pit bull looking for a toddler. What the fuck does that mean? Spread quarters.
Hey Mayo, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
I feel, tell me if I'm crazy, but I feel like our two biggest weaknesses this season is obviously who's at QB, and then I feel like it's the depth in the wide receiver room. When injuries come, and they will, it's not an if, they will. I feel like if Olave and Shaheed get out, that's when we start to panic. I feel like I have a lot of faith in Kellen Moore, and I feel like he's going to make the right pick at QB. I just don't think there's great options to choose from. But am I missing something? Like, I feel like I saw the FanDuel odds came out for who's going to win the Super Bowl, and the Saints had the worst odds at plus 30,000 or 3,000, whatever it was. And I'm just thinking, like, am I missing something? They don't look that bad, do they?
I think that, like you said, bro, injury history is playing a part in that. All that's playing a part in those odds. All that, just like you started this call talking about the depth of the receivers. Bro, I've been talking about that for years. All it's going to take is Olave and Shaheed to go down, and you right back throwing to guys who were never gonna be getting the ball on most other teams. So it's definitely a problem, bro. It's definitely a problem. And also, I gotta agree with you, man. Like, injuries are just a part of the game, and receivers get injured, man. That is especially.
I was definitely surprised today with Pettis, however you say his name, and Tipton. I still have a grudge on Tipton for losing the game against the Chiefs last year. Dropped the ball towards the end. Now I know a lot of stuff lost with that game, but I was really pissed at Tipton for that one. But I was really surprised by them both. So and after today, Rattler's my guy. I'm 100% on Rattler after today for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if I got to root for somebody, I got to root for the guy that's been here a year. He went through the slums, and that's Spencer Rattler in this case. So I'm always rooting for him, but I definitely want whoever's going to be the best. I saw him a few scrambles that you just had to respect there, where he made it out of the pocket. One I can't remember exactly where this. I think it was in the fourth quarter, but he ran right up the middle, right when the pocket opened up, not scared to get hit, but made sure to slide to protect himself. Like a really respectable play that I don't think he could have made last year. And that's something you could definitely say that Spencer Rattler is better than Shough at. It's sliding up in the pocket. I mean, Shough is not good at that. I mean, and that takes time, bro. That's a thing that we were so spoiled on because, dude, the greatest slide up in the pocket guy in the history of football, in my opinion, is Drew Brees. I mean, he was the best at it.
I got two more things to say. First thing, since you just brought up Drew Brees, I am tired of seeing these quarterback lists put Aaron Rodgers above Drew Brees.
They're going to do it forever. I'm going to tell you why. And you could just leave it at this. I'm going to tell you why they're going to do it till the end of time. Even though you could show them the evidence, all that stuff, it comes down to this. You ready? Where's Drew Brees from? He's from Texas, right? Where's Aaron Rodgers from? California. That right there, they will ride a motherfucker's dick from California to the end of time, bro. That's just big media, dude. That will happen till the end of time, bro. Because if you put their two numbers together, whatever, how many Super Bowls they won, I mean, you can't say MVPs because Drew Brees got robbed of MVPs.
Yep.
Why? Because Drew Brees was playing in Louisiana. That's why, bro. It's just, look, it sucks, but even since Drew Brees is retired, they've put a little extra disrespect on it. They never, every time they talk about Drew Brees, he's lower in the rankings. Every time they talk about him, they want it so bad for him not to be a part of those greatest of all time. He's better than Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion.
Do you really think, because this is what my family always talks about, but do you think there's some grudge against the Saints because of Bountygate? Like that's why they kept trying to they kept trying to screw us for so many years?
No.
Or what is this? What is this from?
I think big media is trained to like the same teams and talk about the same people.
Yeah,
that's just what it is. That's all they hear. That's what the producers probably tell them, hey, make sure you talk about the Cowgirls, shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the same old shit.
Yeah. Well, hey, I look forward to talking to you the rest of the season, and hopefully it's a good season. Who dat?
I've always said that's some California shit with Aaron Rodgers, bro. The golden child from Cal, remember when he was getting drafted, they were, oh, where's Aaron Rodgers going to get drafted? Oh, why is he dropping? Blah, 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 blah. They were on his dick from the second he entered the draft room, bro. Some guys don't get that attention, bro, and Drew Brees is one of them, despite how amazing his career was. He's one of them. Spread quarters.
Hey, what up? It's Noah from Georgia.
What's up, man?
Hey, it's the old saying, if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have one. I think both of these guys are just good enough to start for this team, but I fear that it's going to be a lot of switching in and out, right? Like Rat will have a good game, then they'll put Shough in, and I just don't think that's going to work for the foreseeable future, or especially this year. With that being said, I think you're going to get, it's two sides of the coin with these two quarterbacks. One is a solid pocket, passer, and the other is just you don't know what the hell you're going to get, but he's going to swing the damn ball. And I do think I see Rattler starting this season, and then eventually I think they're gonna cut ties with him and put Shough in.
We'll see, man. I mean, it's just hard to tell, you know. And then the way that the preseason's formatted, you know, of course they're gonna do the whole dude plays 2 quarters, you know. So they just trying to figure it out, but it don't help that they be trying to put Jake Hayner in for 9 minutes. I gotta be honest.
Hell no, yeah, that
like shit like that, like, you know, just seeing Jake Hayner warm up, I was like, bro, I hope they don't do that shit. Because this was
fucking rugby ball.
Because look what they would have stopped if they would have did that. They would have stopped this comeback that Rattler did, and it was just no reason to do it. Because if you want to see something, what more do you want to see out of a young quarterback in a quarterback competition than a guy coming back and tying up the game? I mean, he did it all. I mean, the touchdown pass, the run in for the 2-point conversion. That's like what you want to see in a quarterback battle, bro.
Yeah.
So.
I know we talk a lot about offense, but what do you think the defense is going to be like this year?
I think they're going to be like formidable. I mean, I'm not completely worried. I don't know if I'm sold on them being this run stopping defense, like consistent, you know. I got to see more. You know, they put a lot of stock in guys like Nathan Shepard, you know. So I just got to see it, man. You know, like Nathan Shepard didn't play today. They sat him out. And I just think that's so fucking funny, dude. Because it's like, you know, what? But we'll see. I mean, the good news is you got Demario Davis, and he still looks great. He still looks great. Demario Davis still looks great, bro. That is insane. Justin Reed was a great addition. I think that's going to matter. It's going to come down to your corners. Because what is Kool-Aid, right? What is Kool-Aid? Like, is Kool-Aid a starting corner? Well, he's going to be starting week 1. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to see how he does. And then you pass rush, bro. Like, Chase Young can't get 4 sacks this year. He needs to get, at minimum, 10. It's got to be 10. You know? So we'll see.
Hey, I cleared the lines. First-time caller. All my friends from Georgia love the Falcons, so fuck the Falcons. And I'll catch you next time. See you, man.
All right, man. Later. Who dat? All right, I'm going to take one more call. We had 1 hour and 51 minutes right now, bro. So I'll take one more call. Last call. Shout out to everybody in the chat. The chat's on fire, bro. Look at the poll. How you feel about this Saints team? Oh, wow. It's fucking dead even. Awful's at 34%. Still undecided is at 32%. It's just preseason is at 34%. That'll tell you a lot right there. That'll tell you a lot. Kaylee, thank you for the super chat. Good looking out. I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody that sent super chats. But yeah, man. Davis great, Cam great, but let's be real, they both long in the tooth. Got to get Young up front, which they've tried to do. I mean, look, you got Brzee, who I think's gonna have a good year. They drafted Broughton. Last year they drafted what's his name? He had to play last week. He almost had the safety that they called back. It was the safety that they called Christian Boyd. They drafted him. So they definitely been. And then, I mean, you could talk about all the guys they tried to draft at DM, but I know nobody wants to hear them names. So, Foskey was a huge miss, bro. It was a huge miss. It was a miss you really couldn't afford to do, too. That's the thing about Foskey. You know, we had just got out of all that, said we weren't going to do it, and then we go do it again with Foskey. Spread quarters, last call.
Yo. It's the dark times. We knew it when Drew Brees and Peyton were gone. At least they got rid of Guy Liner, Derek Carr, and friggin' Nipples, is what I call Dennis Allen. He always had his nipples poking out with his little faggot-ass coffee. Kellen Moore's got 3 years. 3 years. Let's see what he's got. He was 2-0 in the Superdome last year, so at least he's got that on every other coach we had. So, it's like the Jim Moore days it's a new beginning. So everybody's shitting. We got a decent rookie class showing up. Look, man, everybody calm down. We might be all right. Starters hadn't played the whole preseason. So let's see how, as long as they don't get hurt, we're going to win at least 7-8 games at the minimum next year.
And that's a big as long as they don't, though. That's a big one.
Yeah, well, my God, the injury bug bit us in the ass. I mean, my God. Last year, it was a walking friggin' wounded. And you know what? Had McCoy not gotten hurt in the third game of the year against the Eagles, they would have friggin' Nipples. Dennis Allen probably would have kept his friggin' job. So at least that happened, you know. And then Carr broke his little hand against the Giants, whatever, trying to run. Yeah, so at least we got those fags out. That's all I care about. But Kellen Moore, this coaching staff has 3 years. A new beginning. So we'll see.
All right, brother. Appreciate the call.
And let me tell you what, and I don't want to hear no more. We should have, would have, could have drafted Sanders. We should have, would have, could have drafted. Man, we didn't draft them. Everybody get over that. This is who we got. You got to make out with the chick you're with. So let's make out with this chick. That's all we can do.
All right, dude. Who dat?
Who dat?
Chat's crazy, bro. Chat's crazy, bro. The chat is insane. I'll take one more call. I don't know where Roast Beef Ron is, bro. You know, hey, look, I've been doing this show for 5 years. I've had a lot of people call one season, never hear from them again. It wouldn't be the first time it's ever happened. You know, sometimes that happens, bro. Sometimes people don't understand that people want to hear from them. They don't, you know, so it just is what it is. Spread quarters.
Yo, Red Dead, baby.
Last call.
Baby, I needed that today, bro. I don't think you know. My son's fanship is on the line, bro. All these people talking about tanking and throwing the season and losing. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that. My son's fanship's on the line, bro. We got to win. Rat that, baby. Who dat?
Thank you for the call, bro. Who dat? Oh, man. Yeah, the poll's dead split. Poll is dead split, bro. Hey, shout out River Parish Trash. River Parish Disposal. Business stinks, but it's picking up. Shout out to them sponsoring the phone line, the River Parish Trash line. Also, shout out to the Compman. If you get hurt on the job, just remember this dude, 504-838-8883 or www.compman.com. Shout out to Burkhardt. We got the HTM Burkhardt landing page now. I got a whole video that I did, you know, going over like shit that Burkhardt does and stuff like that. You know, if you're looking for a generator, if you got AC issues, whatever the case may be, and you watch HTM live, like, you use these guys. They good motherfuckers, bro. Soon as you talk to them, you're going to know. First sentence, you're going to fucking know. It's going to feel like you're talking to me. I'm serious, bro. And then also, yeah, subscribe to the YouTube, bro. Like, do me a favor. Sub to the YouTube. We on the road to 20,000 subs. I'm trying to get that quick. To where then we can get to 25 and 30 and shit like that, you know? I don't need a million fucking subs. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm trying to make sure that the state, the Gulf Coast, all these motherfuckers locked in, the Saints, LSU, all that they know about Hold the Mayo on YouTube, bro. That's all I care about, man. Seriously, when it comes to that, that's it. And yeah, I got merch too. htmsports.com/shop. Well, we sold out, really. I'm sitting here saying I got merch. I'm looking at it right now. I can tell that it's most sold out. I think the Hot Plate Heisman's got some stock left. But everything else is pretty much sold out. But you could take a look and see. You might, you know, if you wear like a small, could be your day. If you wear a medium, could be your day. You know, got some fire shit in there, probably hanging out in the small and medium. You know, if you wear a small and medium, bro, htmsports.com/shop, bro, you could probably make out like a pig in there, bro. So, yo, shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the chat, bro. I love the chat. Shout out to the moderators, Renato and Nola Boy. It's pretty much say whatever you want in there. As long as you're not being just a complete fucking demon. And it's just pretty much free roam, whatever you're thinking. But it's a great community. Also, I got the Discord, the HTM Game Pantry Discord. We got a bunch of different tabs in there, talking about all kinds of shit. We were talking about UFC last night while it was on. All kinds of shit going on in the Game Pantry on Discord. Nola Boy, he'll drop the link to the Discord. But yeah, man, I think that's. Oh wait, one more thing I'll mention before I get out of here. Yeah, okay, so this raffle, what was today's date? Yeah, this raffle's got one more week. So GNO, all right, check it out. Only reason I'm telling you this, because if you win, it's super fire. They only got 2,500 raffle tickets that you can buy total. That's all they got. 2,500 raffle tickets, gnosports.com/win. These are the people that got me with The Rock. They got me with the UFC media and all that shit. They great people. But this is a great raffle. I've never promoted a raffle other than this raffle. And I've been promoting it the last 3 weeks on this show. I don't just promote shit, bro. You know how all these influencers and all this shit is? They will fucking sell you anything, bro. Doesn't matter. They get paid and they'll sell you anything. I'm not even fucking getting paid for this. I'm just helping them out because they've helped me out and they got me in front of Rock and they got me to the UFC media and I was going to do the WrestleMania until WrestleMania pulled out. And I'm just helping them out because this is fire. gnosports.com/win. 2,500 raffle tickets total. It's $100 per raffle ticket. The money that they get from this goes towards bidding on events for New Orleans, like UFC. This is what you win if you win this fucking raffle. Only one person can win out of 2,500. This is what you win. Saints season tickets 2025, 2026. Pelicans season tickets 2025, 2026. LSU football 2025 season tickets. LSU men's basketball season tickets. LSU women's basketball season tickets. LSU gymnastics, motherfucker, season tickets. LSU baseball 2026 season tickets. Tulane Green Wave 2025 football season tickets. Tulane men's basketball season tickets. Tulane women's basketball season tickets. 2026 Zurich Classic. Best of the Zurich Classic passes. They're going to get you in the Sugar Bowl. The New Orleans Bowl VIP passes. UNO baseball season passes. UNO basketball men and women season passes. One winner. $100 entry. gnosports.com/win. The winner is selected on August 24th, 2025. It's a crazy win. If you win, that's crazy win. Seriously. All right, I'm out. Saints, baby. They didn't lose. They didn't win, but they didn't lose.